It's a nice place. Oh wow. Yeah. Similar to the view in the
Yeah.
place, New Israel.
I've got a nice view of the. You just almost see a peak of the ocean, actually.
Oh,
If you climb up on this area up here, out past those trees, there's a little bit of the water.
uh-huh. So this is the alpacas. Wow.
It's a very small industry in the U.S. and very popular in South America. They come from
So
Peru and
these
Bolivia.
goats are like from South America.
These are from, yeah, they're only allowed into the U.S. Twice so far, once in '85 and once in '95.
Oh,
So all the ones that we have here, we board and breed on our own here,
oh,
trying to
okay.
create an industry.
That's why the way it sounds to me like they're like Hispanic name alpacas.
Alpacas.
All
Yeah,
alpacas.
alpacas,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Wow. Oh. And well, the goats cannot be turned into fibers, right?
The goats do, yeah. These are different. These are more like a llama, but it's same camelid
Uh-huh.
um, species, you know.
Or the lambs. Usually the lambs are
Okay,
yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. It starts from the camel, it's a
Okay.
big one. Then it comes the
Yeah.
llama, then
Uh,
comes the alpacas,
uh-huh.
and then comes the sheep,
Uh-huh.
and then the goat.
Okay. So the goat is the lowest, huh?
Yeah, goats and the sheep are the lowest ones, and the
Mm.
camels are the big ones. And they call them camelids because they have the same gum
Uh-huh.
and then teeth at the bottom.
Okay. But the camels are big.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
But still, can be turned into fibers.
I don't know. Yeah, camel hair. Yeah. They can. The best one of the bunch of all of them though is the alpaca. That's really the most. Um,
I wonder if you have one like this in the Philippines.
if they don't, that's something we can do.
Yeah,
Drag them over.
yeah. I mean, I just wonder if because the
Donna can do it. And you can do it. And
wow.
big majestic animals,
Yeah,
huh?
I know. Very cute.
Why don't you bring some hay over? Here, you guys can get some hay.
Sorry. Oh,
Get a
you
little
feed.
hay.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, so they feed on hay. Okay. He tries. I
And they'll probably come up to you. Actually,
now, if we think of bringing this to the Philippines, then we have to approach our own Department of
oh
Agriculture
yeah.
and well, and maybe
Don't scare
justify. We
them.
have to justify why we are bringing it this breed over there.
Yeah, look, he's coming too.
But you know
Don't
what?
move fast.
I know the governor of one of the provinces there. He started bringing in special goats from Australia. I don't know. It's in the tip of my tongue. The name is.
The ones with big long
Yeah.
horns.
What
Oh,
they call?
those are neat.
Huh?
I forgot the name of those too.
Billy goats?
Huh?
Billy goats?
No,
Rams?
no, big rams. Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know why
mountain sheep.
yeah. There's a lot of them now
Let
in
them
that
come to you.
particular.
Oh, let them
If
come
you
Pro
to
get
you.
down low and your knees, then they won't feel so threatened because you're smaller than them. Then
So if we talk about the advantage, Dave, of having all this, number
oh,
one of the,
it's a
of
couple
course,
things.
the meat.
Look, they
Yeah.
poop in a pile. Very easy to pick up.
Oh,
Goat
okay.
and sheep and horses is all over the place. It's the big mess.
Uh huh.
This is just as good as bat poop. Very good for fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
Excellent,
So that
excellent.
number one source of fertilizers.
Yes, and the fleece is world renowned,
Uh huh.
which you can get from
And
camels
you can harvest the fleece for like every
once a year.
once a year. Okay. That you should be thicker than that, or
No, that's about right, and this is about the time spring is typically when it starts to warm up a little bit. You start to um, cut it, and
mm-hmm.
then they'll grow a nice heavy coat for the next year.
Mm-hmm. And of
See,
course,
this is a little different right here. This guy is a Surrey. It's a different kind of fleece. Did you notice how it comes down
Yeah, yeah,
stringy,
uh-huh.
kind of like a?
But they're the same family?
It's the same camel head, camel lids. Yeah, same
Wow, they're
alpacas.
so
It's
cute,
just a,
different
it's a different
colors.
kind. Yeah,
Wow. See? They're so cute.
they are cute.
Huh? This that's good for
They're very inquisitive. If you don't move around, they'll probably come to you.
yeah. We enjoy the monkeys, but this is like
These will get
huh?
along with the monkeys, I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
know. I'm sure they can live harmoniously with
Yeah,
you know.
the monkeys will probably jump on their backs and ride around.
Right. I mean, I can well, as I've said, and I mean, the idea of a Beautiful Heart Foundation is simply the loving and caring for human beings. But as I've said, you cannot love human beings, I mean,
without
without
loving
loving animals.
without loving animals.
Yeah.
And the
So,
plants and the
and
environment and
yeah,
everything
yeah,
else
that's
too.
exact.
So it's really a
Yeah,
total
uh-huh.
picture.
Yeah. So, I mean, that justifies later on if you go into, you know, asking for donations for exotic animals and bring
Uh-huh.
them to the Philippines.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you package each one of your interests
Uh-huh.
and encompass it within the total of the foundation.
Yeah, uh-huh. Well, that's the thing in that particular island in central Mindanao. There is no so-called zoo. And what brings to mind is people are always over there, people are always fighting with each other, the Muslims and the Christians. But maybe if only we can really push for you know having a zoo, and then you know the zoo can be a center for interaction between Muslims and Christians.
Hmm.
And
Right,
by looking at the animals, they will be inspired that you know animals can live harmoniously. Why can't people live harmoniously?
right.
See?
Dad, do you want me to put a helicopter for you?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Melendez, and I'm the founder of the Beautiful Heart Foundation. We are very lucky that we were invited by a friend, in the person of Dave Mosher, to their property here in Los Gatos, California. And this is a very interesting place where we see for the first time, we call the animal as alpacas. They belong to the family of, I think, camels and goats.
Llamas.
Huh?
Llamas.
Llamas. Okay, come here. Can you discuss more about what llamas are? Because this is the first time that I've seen a rare breed of goats to me, or looks like between goats and
Horse
horse. Huh?
and lamb
So what are llamas?
and llamas.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay. So they're tame animals. Huh? You can even feed. Can you feed them close? Come on. Huh?
No,
And
they come
was
close
discussed
to-
earlier with Dave, a good source for
Please.
feet.
Fleece.
Fleece. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wool. You know, there's
Wool,
for
yeah.
clothing, huh?
Yeah, for clothing. They're,
Yeah. And right now, what I'm interested is to bring a couple into the Philippines and have them multiply and be part of what I'm thinking of a zoo in New Israel. I know I'm sure they can live harmoniously with the tamed monkeys and the dogs, of course. So, and then come up some more with other exotic animals that you don't normally see in the Philippines.
Can they live in a country?
they can. They don't really care for it too much, but it does get warm in Peru, and they're from Peru. They're mainly a very high altitude, cold country type environment.
Well, that place that I mentioned, New Israel, is
You're right
Yeah,
up there,
yeah,
the foothills. So
the
that would be
foothills.
perfect,
Yeah.
actually.
And again to emphasize that the poop,
Is as
yeah,
good as that.
the manure, the source of
Nitrogen.
yeah,
Fertilizer.
fertilizers.
We used to before, when I grew up in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's the thing
the manure
nowadays.
of horses.
Yeah.
We use as fertilizer, on roses,
Right.
ornamental.
This is actually better stuff. This is as good as that.
The farmers would always complain that they don't get much income from farming because of the cost of the fertilizers and insecticides. But during the old days, you don't buy fertilizers. You just depend on your manures and, and the urine, human urine. See, so um, this is one way that we can even encourage organic farming in the long run in the Philippines. Because we don't have wool industry in the Philippines. The purposes of the goats were purely for meat
Meat
and
and milk.
milk. Uh, yeah, and of course the goats are used to, you know, to cut the grasses.